Are you planning to visit an Airbnb apartment in Mexico? Think twice. In recent years, dozens of American tourists have mysteriously died in their sleep from carbon monoxide poisoning. According to documents published by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and World Health Organization, carbon monoxide readily reacts with the hemoglobin in your blood to form carboxyhemoglobin, which then kills you once the levels massively exceed a certain threshold. The biological threshold for carboxyhemoglobin, or COHb tolerance, is 15% COHb. For the sake of reference, cigarette smokers regularly approach 10% COHb. High levels of carboxyhemoglobin can kill you by reducing the oxygen carrying capacity of blood and by impairing the release of oxygen from hemoglobin to extravascular tissues. Do you sometimes feel uncomfortable in poorly ventilated parking lots or in your car garage? Well, carbon monoxide from vehicular emissions could be the culprit. Yes, catalytic converters do take care of it, to a certain extent, at least in modern cars, but not everyone maintains their car well. The biggest problem with carbon monoxide is that it is a colorless and odorless gas. So if your Airbnb apartment does not have a legitimately installed and inspected carbon monoxide detector, then you are out of luck. Also, even carbon monoxide detectors do not provide a perfect solution to the problem because they tend to trigger alarms only when carbon monoxide reaches dangerously high levels. So then, what's the practical fix? Before we try to identify a solution, let's find out how carbon monoxide enters your house or Airbnb apartment in the first place. According to experts, any appliance that has a flue pipe can potentially spill carbon monoxide gas. Usually, the problem is an obstruction in the flue pipe. However, in a furnace, it could be a faulty heat exchanger. The heat exchanger shields toxic gases, such as carbon monoxide, from entering the blower, which distributes warm air through the ducts and vents of your home. However, a faulty heat exchanger that does not have an airtight seal can leak deadly gases, such as carbon monoxide, into your air circulation and kill you while you are asleep, and this is probably what's happening in Airbnb apartments across Mexico. Moral of the story? As a responsible Airbnb owner, it is your prime responsibility to get the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, or HVAC system, inspected on a regular basis. Well, your carbon monoxide alarm too. Of course, there could be other sources too, such as stoves that run on fuel or charcoal grills. Not using these inside your homes, or avoiding Airbnb apartments that have these, is a smart way of avoiding death from carbon monoxide poisoning while you are on vacation in Mexico or elsewhere.
Carbon monoxide exposure is still one of the leading causes of unintentional and suicidal poisonings, and it causes a significant number of deaths annually, not only in Mexican Airbnb apartments, but also across the European continent and the United States. However, such poisonings can be avoided by taking the recommended set of precautions. Subscribe to Videonium SciTech for research that matters.